Hey there, viewers. If you've ever had uncomfortable and painful burning sensations along your chest, then chances are you've experienced what's known as heartburn or acid reflux. Millions across the globe deal with heartburn every day, and the burning feeling can be provoked by certain foods or lifestyle choices. In today's video, let's explore how we can treat acid reflux and reduce heartburn. Before we can jump straight into the tips, let's first discuss what acid reflux is and what causes heartburn. Understanding the anatomy and physiology will help us get a better idea as to why we may experience heartburn. Let's start with the basics. When we consume food, our stomachs work to break down the macronutrients into smaller particles. The lining of our stomachs produce clear fluid, also known as gastric acid, which helps us digest our foods. It's thanks to this acidic fluid that our favorite burgers, pizzas, fruits, and veggies are disassembled and chopped up into tiny parts. Now, let's take a look at our esophagus. Along the long and narrow esophagus, we have two muscular narrowings known as sphincters. The upper esophageal sphincter is located right below the pharynx, while the lower esophageal sphincter is placed above the stomach. The lower esophageal sphincter, also known as the LES, acts as a barrier between the esophagus and stomach. By relaxing the muscles, the sphincter allows the food to travel from the long esophagus down to the stomach. Once the food makes its way down, the sphincter contracts to block the stomach acids from leaking up. Heartburn occurs when the LES remains relaxed or doesn't close properly and lets the stomach content back up into the esophagus. That is why during heartburn, the burning sensation is usually located in the chest or the epigastric area, where the LES is located. Number 1. Avoid spices. There are many factors and common causes of heartburn. Gastroesophageal reflux disease, or simply GERD, is a digestive disorder that is caused by the loosening and weakening of the LES muscles. While there are specific medications such as antacid tablets that can alleviate heartburn, lifestyle and nutritional changes can also help reduce acid reflux symptoms and cure reflux naturally. One of the most important ways we can avoid the unpleasant feeling of heartburn is by saying goodbye to foods that cause heartburn and trigger reflux. Spices are on the top of the food list, and here's why. Spices contain compounds known as capsaicin. These molecules usually slow down digestion and keep food longer in the stomach. If the stomach becomes too distended, it may loosen the muscles of the LES and become the cause of heartburn. But that's not all. As spices are naturally irritant foods, they may aggravate and irritate the esophageal lining and worsen acid reflux symptoms. Going spice-free has proven to be beneficial for those struggling with high acid reflux frequency. Number 2. No more sodas. Another culprit of sudden acid reflux may be carbonated drinks such as pops and sodas. Research has shown that highly carbonated drinks, whether it's seltzer or club soda, can increase acid reflux symptoms. As we know, carbonated drinks are made with carbon dioxide gas, which gives these drinks their classic bubbly texture. When we drink carbonated sodas, we are more prone to release these gases by burping them up. The belching and burping motions actually promote the stomach acid to escape the esophagus and cause heartburn. That is why avoiding sodas usually makes its way to How to Treat Chronic Acid Reflux Naturally articles. Number 3. Limit coffee. While we are on the topic of beverages that may be causes of heartburn, let's take a look at another popular drink that may aggravate acid reflux. Most of us love to start our day with our favorite cup of coffee or tea. For some of us, this is just a normal morning routine. But what if we told you that the caffeine found in coffee and tea may cause heartburn? Numerous studies have been conducted to find the link between consuming caffeine and heartburn symptoms. According to research, coffee can temporarily decrease the pressure in the lower esophageal sphincter and cause the relaxation of the LES muscles. As we know by now, relaxed LES muscles equals acid leakage. Studies have also shown that consuming decaffeinated coffee or tea may actually improve heartburn and be a remedy for acid reflux. Substituting decaf coffee for regular coffee has demonstrated positive effects on GERD symptoms. Number 4. Chew gum. Up next, it's the acid reflux tip not many have heard of. Apart from keeping our breath super fresh and crisp, chewing gum has also been shown to be a heartburn remedy. And here's the science behind this interesting fact. Studies have concluded that chewing gum may increase the frequency of swallowing. These swallowing motions in turn help clear the reflux down from the esophagus to the stomach faster. The same study also showed how chewing gum for half an hour after a meal can actually reduce acidity in the esophagus. Other research has also displayed the benefits of chewing gum. Scientists have found that gum containing bicarbonate compounds can actually neutralize the acid content in the esophagus and reduce acid reflux symptoms. And finally, as chewing on gum increases saliva production, this mechanism can also lead to acid clearance in the esophagus. When picking out a flavorful stick of gum to chew on, it's best to avoid those containing mint. As you might have guessed, consuming mint is another common cause of heartburn. Peppermint and spearmint have been linked to the decrease in the pressure of the lower esophageal sphincter, leading to burning sensations along the epigastrium and chest. Number 5. Sleep on the left side. Here's another extraordinary fact about GERD, acid reflux, and common factors that may trigger heartburn. Along with certain foods, sleeping positions may also lead to these unfavorable symptoms and cause heartburn at night. And the reason behind this phenomenon goes back to the anatomy of the esophagus and stomach. When we are standing upright, gravity helps keep the stomach contents from coming up into the esophagus. The circumstances logically change when we are laying down or sleeping. Not only is gravity working against us when we are sleeping, but the particular anatomy and shape of the stomach also contribute to acid reflux. As the esophagus joins the right side of the stomach, it's much easier for the gastric content to be backed up when our bodies lay on the right side. This position leads to the stomach being placed above the esophagus, making the leakage of acid easier. However, sleeping on the left side has been shown to decrease acid reflux symptoms, as this position allows the stomach to remain below the esophagus. Super interesting, right? Sleeping on the left side is one clever way to avoid heartburn at night. Number 6. Change your diet. As we've observed, numerous foods and meals can cause heartburn. When it comes to the best snacks for acid reflux, the list usually contains those foods that don't decrease LES pressure and don't cause bloating in the stomach. Low-carb diets have yielded positive results in relieving acid reflux symptoms. Indigestible carbohydrates are complex carbohydrates that aren't broken down properly in the digestive tract. These indigestible carbs may promote bacteria growth and lead to excess bloating in the stomach. This increased pressure in the abdomen will then result in a distended stomach and finally acid backing up in the esophagus. Along with stimulating unnecessary bacterial growth, indigestible carbohydrates have also shown to increase the frequency of burping. As we've witnessed, excess burping may leak the acid from the LES to the esophagus. But that's not all. Another reason why low-carb diets are also considered great acid reflux diets is because of their influence on body weight. Over the decades, scientists have observed the correlation between obesity and acid reflux symptoms. According to research, extra belly fat and overweight body mass are risk factors for the development of gastroesophageal reflux disease. The reason behind this scientific discovery is that excess belly fat may cause the displacement of the esophagus, as well as an increased intragastric pressure. Both of these factors may result in the loosening and weakening of the LES muscles and therefore cause acid reflux symptoms. Number 7. Apple cider vinegar. In the world of home remedies for acid reflux and how to treat chronic acid reflux naturally, apple cider vinegar earns an honorable mention. Here is the benefit of taking apple cider vinegar for acid reflux. While heartburn is most commonly caused by the acid leaking from the stomach, there is another medical cause of heartburn known as hypochlorhydria. This condition basically means the stomach doesn't produce enough hydrochloric acid and that there is overall low stomach acid. When there isn't enough gastric acidity to break down the incoming food particles, the body is unable to properly digest macronutrients. This leads to slow stomach emptying and bloating. As apple cider vinegar is an acidic food, it may help increase the acidity in the stomach and promote faster content emptying down to the intestines. While more research needs to be conducted, it's no secret that millions across the globe have praised the effects of apple cider vinegar for reducing acid reflux symptoms. Were you familiar with these natural ways to treat acid reflux and heartburn? Will you be trying some of these tips and tricks to reduce acid reflux symptoms? Let us know in the comment section below. Here are 2 more videos you might find interesting. Feel free to choose the one you like. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to the channel.